Hey everybody, Steven here. Welcome back to Command Centre Wargaming. Alright, today's a pretty fantastic day everybody. I'd like to share something pretty awesome with you. So, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this from a few videos ago, but around about New Year, I basically decided that I wanted to start getting into my World War II stuff a little bit more. And I heard that like Flames of War was a really good game, and if you whiz back in the videos, I think it was around about the 300 subscriber mark or the Happy New Year video, whatever it was, you probably would have remembered I was talking about playing Flames of War. Now, the reason I'm playing it, because I'm actually making a game myself, which is World War II orientated. I've got some artwork and stuff I might chuck up a little bit later on the channel. You can have a look at it if you want. Basically, look, you know, so I've always been into World War II. Even before I was painting Warhammer, before I knew Warhammer existed, I was always putting together tiger tanks, modeling tiger tanks, stuff like that. And I've had a few, you know, discussions with you guys in the emails and that, you know, some fellow, you know, enthusiasts of armor and World War I, World War II stuff. So I figured, you know what, like I started off modeling World War II things like Messerschmitts, King Tigers, tiger tanks, Shermans and things like that. And then I went to Warhammer. I started building that more because I loved the game. But then I thought, you know what, like, wouldn't it be mad if I could just sort of like paint up World War II things and then kind of go back and then play with them on the table as an actual strategy game? The problem is that I love Warhammer too much. So I was just like, well, how am I going to do that? Because if I do that, I'm not going to have time to play Warhammer. Anyway, so again, if you go back to one of my other videos and you have a look at some of my Baneblades and things, you'll see that like I actually kept a lot of that traditional World War II tank painting stuff in there with my Imperial Guard. My Imperial Guard are actually a sort of like a German themed camouflage, and I've got a few of them there. I should have pulled one out actually and shown you. There's a little bit of iconography on there. I'll probably have to cover up for YouTube, but it's World War II. It's the period, you know. And so basically, you know, so I thought, okay, so I started looking into things a little bit, you know, Flames of War, where I look for minis. Over the holidays, I sort of like started looking around. My local game shop was like, you know, was sold out of Flames of War, and I was kind of wondering why, because there used to be like a whole bunch of it around. And I was checking the emails, and like, you know, a lot of the subscribers here and that were basically telling me about bolt action. So I was in the shop today and I was basically just like, okay, I'm going to check out this bolt action. You know, I figured maybe it was like a lesser sort of game, but in actual fact it's not. It looks like it's actually killed Flames of War. It's an epic game, and I've started watching games, I started learning the rules, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. I am in love with that, especially the first turn rule where you basically like, you know, you draw the dice out of the bag. Because that was one of my pet peeves with Warhammer 8th edition, right, 40k, was the whole I call them first turn problems. Not first world problems, but first turn problems. And it just kind of sucks because like whenever I've seen have a game of Warhammer, and one of the people I play regularly, which is Maddie, who's there on the channel, we both agree that like it's like whoever goes first, unless you get really unlucky with dice rolls and things, it can really determine, you know, like who's sort of going to win the game. Well, not determine who's going to win, but it gives a massive advantage. Sometimes you can have like, you know, 500 points wiped out in turn one. In the case of the game I played last, you know, it was like half the army gone in turn one. So, you know, there's no way someone's going to come back from that. So, you know, I've been looking around and I saw the bolt action rule set and I'm just loving it, guys. I'm just loving it. So, anyway, what I did, I went through and I got my Panther, right, from a German army. And I'm really excited about it. I haven't opened it yet because I wanted to unbox it on the channel. Now, I know a lot of people here probably aren't into the Warhammer stuff. I probably should have said this at the start of the video. Sorry, not into the bolt action stuff. You're more into the Warhammer. So that's fine, guys. If you don't want to see anything about bolt action, just sort of click off now. And I'm going to be uploading another Warhammer video as well soon. But I just want you to keep in mind that, guys, like, I started off painting World War II before I touched the Space Marine. Okay, and I'm telling you now, this will be in its own playlist. I'm going to call it something like Steve's Noob Journey into the World of bolt action or something, and I'm just going to be talking about my experiences getting into like a new war game as a complete noob, knowing virtually nothing about it except for maybe being able to paint them, learning the rules, learning the units and things like that. But on top of that, guys, I'm telling you, stay tuned to the channel, because guys, I'm going to have painting tutorials coming up. Even if you're not into bolt action, even if you're not into World War II, I'm going back to where it all began, and I'm painting the World War II stuff, right? And I'm telling you, I paint my guard up like that. You can paint your guard up like that too. And let me give you a little bit of a hint of what's going to be coming. Now, so, you know, German late camouflage sets, all right? Damp soils, all right? Track mud, pigments. Now, this is all stuff that you can use for your Imperial Guard army. Vallejo, classic pigments, all right? World War II streaking, German camo weathering sets, okay? Guys, I am ballistic on the World War stuff too. I will go to town. I've got nukes, knives, sharp sticks, particle beam failings when it comes to World War II. I'm going to be going on chipping, I'm going to be going in everything. And because most of my army building now in 40k revolves around like just more pristine modeling, like edge highlighting, metallics, blending and stuff, you know, it's even my, you know, when I play Chaos, it's like Alpha Legion, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that I love doing more than painting up a German or a Russian tank and just going to town with the grit and the rust and the pigments. And guys, like, I don't have it in the box anymore, but like I've got like whole stacks of Panzer specific paints, which I'm going to pull out. So Panzer Aces German black. Oh, I can't even find them here. There's just so many. AK heavy chipping, one of my secret weapons to, you know, fast chipping. I remember, like, there's this friend of mine, like, he did up this what do they call, World Eaters Army, and he's like, and he also plays orcs, and he's just like, you know, and he's like, oh, check out my chipping, and he goes through, and he friggin' like goes through and he's there painting his army, doing manual chipping for like, you know, 3 months on a whole orc army. And like, bruh, relax, because I'll do that in half an hour, what you did in like 3 months. So we're going through that as well. There's some tricks to that. I haven't seen my tricks up there on any other tutorials online, to be honest, as well. So I layer my chipping, I do all sorts of things, colouring the different rusts, curling out the edges, doing the different like sort of levels of steel, adding some streaking in there and all that kind of stuff. So like this, yeah, there's paints everywhere, guys. There's another Panzer Aces, Vallejo. This is highlight German Feldgrau, so it's like a German sort of like pale green. There's a whole box. This is Shadow Flesh, but it's for Panzer Aces. Yeah. So I'm also going to be doing how to hand do Zeramite. So what I do is I use a soldering iron and I use modelling putty, Tamaya modelling putty, and I'll sit there with you. I'm going to show you my King Tiger. I really want to show you guys that. It's like this big, and I've literally handcrafted all the armor, sculpted in the texture of the plastic, sculpted in the Zeramite everywhere with a chisel and a soldering iron, putting the heat on it. I don't actually have it here in the command center. It's actually at my grandfather's. I left it there, but I'll go down there and grab it out. So yeah, look, I'm really excited, guys. You can probably tell because I just love World War II stuff, and I'm really, really keen to get into this bolt action game on top of Warhammer. So guys, as I said, it's just a little bit of an introductory video, guys. You know, just as a part 1 to this playlist as I embark on my journey to the world of bolt action. And please, look, if anybody has any opinions on it, if you play bolt action, if you don't, let me know what you think is good about it. Let me know what you think is bad about it. Do you think it's better than Warhammer 40k? Do you think it's worse? If you play bolt action, please, I want to hear from you, because I'm going to be learning how to play this. Let me know what armies you think are the best. Let me know what units to stay away from. Okay, it's going to be really fantastic, okay, everybody? Now, just to close on that video, for this video, just to remind everybody, I'm going to be doing the the draws for the 500 subscriber giveaway on Sunday. So in Australia, it's Friday today, so it's like Saturday, Sunday. I'll be doing another video tomorrow as well. It's going to be a Warhammer one, a 40k one. Like I said, I'm not switching things up on the channel, so stay on board. It's just a different way for me to like show you new things, because you know you can't do sort of you know, disruption camouflage patterns with dots on it on Space Marines. You can, but I just think it looks silly. Okay, so yeah. All right, everybody. Look, it's been really awesome talking to you once again. I hope everything's going well with everybody. Thank you so much for your support on the channel. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Click the little red button, subscribe button down there, little bar there. Click the little bell notification icon there as well. It really helps you out when you do that. And remember, guys, if you play bolt action, let me know in the comments. What should I be doing, guys? I could really use your help on this, because I just love these rules from what I've seen so far. I haven't even got into the combat mechanics much yet. Like, I know how it works, but just the sort of the pacing of the game and the movement mechanics and the orders and like that first turn issue solved. I'm like, it's almost as if this is the tabletop rule set that, you know, that I wanted 40k to be, you know, like, because as much as I love 40k, I just feel there's little things, like, there's been some things dumbed down, you know, side armor dumbed down, you know, like, all that kind of stuff, you know, blast templates gone. I know Locke and I have had a discussion about that many times, about blast templates, saying, like, 30k has got some better options as well. So, yeah. Alright, everybody, I'll wrap it up here. I'll see if I can cut out another video, and you all take care. And I might actually unbox this. That'd be awesome. I just want to get this guy open and get him assembled. You know, I've heard these are really, really, really good in this game. So maybe I'm wrong. I haven't even opened the codex yet, but I'm really excited. Alright, everybody, I'll see you in the next video.